Steam wagon. Again, this looks like a 3 or 4 inch job. 4 inch, yeah, thank you. Owned by James Dowling. That took him approximately 9 months to build. He said that's pretty.
Action engine brought to us by Steve Allgood, built by the owner driver between 2000 and 2012, with the castings and drawings from live steam models, and recently returned to Devon. Thank you very much indeed.
Number 16, passing the commentary box now. As 4.5 inch castings, machined them all himself, and built them onto the boiler that he got.
Is there an echo in here? Meanwhile, number 20 is on his way past us now. Richard, this is from 2012.
That's a Burrell, a 6-inch Burrell road locomotive in the form of a crane engine.
Oh, that's rather impressive.
Just passing the commentary box there is one that's for some reason not in your programme. In Dorchester, although that engine was actually based out in, I think, Grantham in Lincolnshire. That is a piston valve engine, and it's a compound owned by the Swaffield family from Crookhern. That was sold in the Thurlesford reduction sale about originally in the form of a roller, and has since been converted to this showman specification. It just goes to show, really, that all the steam engine in really is a boiler with an engine on top, and they just make different varieties of them. That was in the bar this evening. The Lawford boys, as I call them, passing me the commentary point now. Another Aveling and Porter roller. This, I believe, is what they call an F-type, but that's getting a bit technical. That was new to Coventry Corporation in 1928, for some time. Passing the commentary box now, something slightly different, made by Manns of Leeds area. It's a little, what they call a steam tractor. They made a lot of water engine. It's one of the much later editions of an engine by Burrells of Thetford in Norfolk. Pride of Devon. And I believe it's actually owned now by a person in Devon, would you believe? I don't think 1905 this one was built. And I do have a tax disc at home from 1963, which is the last year it was actually taxed. So it worked for nearly 50 years, which is something that you don't get these days. You will see on the front it says number 123. It was owned by Buncombe's of Highbridge. Engine passing the commentary box now. Again, it's a Burrell agricultural. This is what they call a single crank compound. Again, getting a bit technical, but it's a compound engine owned by Matt and Lisa Hurd from Weston-Zoyland. That engine was originally purchased by Matt's great-grandfather, who actually owned a pub in Weston-Zoyland. And if you go to, I forgot what the pub's called, but there's a pub in Weston-Zoyland. If you go in and you look up inside the bar, you'll see the ceiling's very high. And they used to keep the threshing machine that they pulled behind that. As I said earlier, it was actually produced in America. It worked in Canada for most of its working life. And in 2005, it moved to Germany. Stevens agricultural engine has just passed us, called Baylius. That's owned by the Hall family from Weston-Zoyland. And just passing again now, yet another Aveling roller. This one was new to Hove Corporation. And this one actually has on the back of it, Old Tim.
I like Old Tim. Old Tim's gorgeous. Look at this.
We saw earlier a 6-inch edition of a crane engine, a Burrell crane engine. Here is the full-size edition, and if you put the two alongside each other, you can see the difference in size. Old Tim was owned by Screen Brothers and used by them, like a number of other engines that they had. The conditions that people used to live in when they were out working.
That would be absolutely lovely, at least from my perspective anyway, but then again I do have the mental age of 10. That'd be great. See, that's like, yeah, there we go, it's a lovely noise. Wonderful. Yeah, great. Oh, I like that. Round of applause for our orchestra of steam there, everybody. That sounded gorgeous.
A late comer, as it were. The Garrett, it's a Garrett 4. I'm sure it'll be brilliant. But
It's clever drizzle, that's quite
keep
a
away
nice
from me, please.
I'm cooking dinner tonight. Did Jaden want dinner with us or with his mum? Do you want dinner with us or with your mum? Not your mum? Why? Why's that? Mum's cooking's disgusting.
You alright to walk home later
Just a little aside whilst the engines are going out. If you read in your program that case engine is 60 horsepower, and then you look at the power attributed to the rest of the engines here, they're all in what is known as nominal horsepower.
Are you alright?
The Steamsters have just asked me to pass on our thanks to Dylan, Chris and Andrew. They're working in putting these shows on, and even in the steam section, there's a tremendous number of people working, as I say, behind the scenes, and the same.
This one, it is a A90 600cc. Decided to design it with an extra sketch at 4:30 in the afternoon. The T5 wing used for production trials has been successful for 4 years. The only wife now is Fort Grenada, yeah. Wonderful shirt on the driver. We go another Austin, another MG. Meanwhile, the Soviet equivalent of the Fiat 700. I can't pronounce it, I can only apologise. Meanwhile, a car that I would love to be driving on grass, a Morgan three-wheeler. A Morgan three-wheeler on grass. I can't think of much more fun than that. Oh yeah. Oh yeah, I love the smell of burnt rubber in the afternoon. You be helpful,